Hey there, baseball fans, it's Ben, and I'm back with one of those famous player collections. This time we're talking about the one, the only, Harold Baines, the Hall of Famer everybody loves to hate. And that's not fair at all because, by all accounts, he was a solid player and a really good guy. No reason to hate him, so nobody really hates him. I think everyone's just perplexed about why he's in the Hall of Fame. Let me give you a few stats to run down, and maybe you'll figure out on which side of the fence you stand. He played from 1980 to 2001. That's 22 seasons. So he's got longevity on his side for sure. Playing for a lot of teams. Played for the White Sox, Rangers, A's, Orioles, Indians. But jumped around on those teams like numerous times. For instance, he played for the Orioles 3 different times. I think he's probably best known for his time with the White Sox, though, on a few different occasions. But 6-time All-Star, which is good. World Series champ in 2005 as a coach. Lifetime batting average of 289, which is good. Hits 2,866, also good. Home runs 384, good. RBIs 1,628, good. All those stats say, yeah, he's a potential Hall of Famer. But those stats are mostly because he's a 22-year veteran. I think 16 of those years he played as a DH, which is a very one-dimensional game. And you know, I don't know, he came through in the clutch quite a bit. Maybe that's a part of it. I think the biggest problem, though, is that on the actual Hall of Fame ballot, he dropped off after 5 years and never got more than 6% of the vote. So he was elected by the player committee, which was a little suspect. You know, a lot of his peers were on the committee, and one manager that managed against him, and some executives that were. So, it just doesn't seem like, wow, Harold Baines, he should be a Hall of Famer when you look at some of the other people who are not in the Hall. But regardless, he is in there, and we're going to do a little player collection of the cards that I found from him in boxes and set breaks and collections that I bought in the last couple of years. So I do not have a rookie, and I don't have a second year for him, but I do have a couple from 1983, both his 83 Topps and 83 Donruss. All the cards I have of him are in super high condition, too, which is great. I think because they're not that hard to find in hard condition, maybe, but... here's 1984, when 1984 Donruss, where he's mostly hair on his face and head. Moving on to 1985, there's 1985 Topps, and his 1985 Topps #1 draft pick from 1977. By all accounts, he was a very beautifully skilled player, was able to execute on all fundamentals of the game, all aspects of the game, as a hitter, at least. All right, so there's 86 Topps, and then we have a bunch of these 86 Topps League Leader glossies. And 86 Fleer Classic Mini, you can see it there. Then a couple 86 Donruss, there he is laying down a classically executed bunt. 86 Donruss, and then the 86 Donruss, these giant ones that are the pop-up All-Stars. All right, 87. We got some 87 Topps. It was a good shot of him there, finishing up his swing. 87 Donruss and his 87 Sports Flicks. Those White Sox uniforms with the numbers on the pants, I can't get over them. They're so kind of ridiculous looking. The highest stack here I have is 1988 because I've got a bunch of 1988 Donruss. But here's 88 Topps. Him looking a little perplexed. Topps sticker. There's his Fleer. There's a great shot of him finishing up the swing. 88 score. Look at those leg muscles. Super strong. Is that like a knee pad he's got on? Here's 88 Donruss, which we've got a handful of those. More importantly, or more voluminous, we have a lot of 88 Donruss pop-up All-Stars. Because I had a box of those, and he was very prevalent in that one. All right. On to 1989, where we've got his 89 Topps. 89 Donruss. He had the high leg kick too, kind of like Mel Ott or some of those older players. And the 89 score. On to 1990, the only year I'm missing a Topps card. 1990 score. Fleer. There's his Fleer All-Star insert. 3 of them. 90 Donruss, which these are actually interesting. I've got these Donruss All-Stars, 4 of them. With various different variations here. You can see the line through the star for a couple of them. And then on the back, it says recent Major League performance instead of All-Star performance. Same thing here. Same thing here. And this was these are line through the star. This is no line through the star, and it still says recent Major League performance. And then the actual only correct one I've got, which is no line through the star and says All-Star game performance. So I do love those Donruss errors like that, or variations. There's 1990 Classic and his upper deck with his high, wide stance leg kick. On to 1991, he switches over to the A's after being with the Rangers for the season. And we have his Top Stadium Club with his rookie card showing there. And then his All-Star card. You can see the gold foil 91 All-Star at the bottom. There's upper deck. That's a good shot of him for Fleer too. Kind of staring off at this long ball that he hit. 91 Fleer. There's Leaf. 91 Score. And a bunch of 1991 Donruss. Kind of underwhelming card there. 1992. He pretends to be one of the Bash brothers there with the A's. There's a Donruss. There's a Score. There's him blowing a nice big bubble on this triple play. There he is in the studio where we learn that he loves billiards and golf, like Luther Vandross and Patty LaBelle. Danny Glover once had a job as a bricklayer's assistant pouring mortar. There you go, hardworking guy. There's 92 upper deck. There's Topps Kids, Pinnacle, and Fleer. On to 1993, where we see him still on the A's with some Pinnacle, some Topps Pinnacle, and then later in the season switches to the Orioles, where he gets the sign of the Beast 666 for his Topps Stadium Club card, and then there's his Leaf card here. Rounding up into 1994, where everything starts to drop off for me from a collection standpoint. And you can see that he led the league in slugging percentage one year in 1984, but that's it. He was never a league leader any other time. Again, for me, it's like another reason why he wasn't necessarily a Hall of Fame caliber, but there's his upper deck collector's choice where he looks like he has a migraine or something. There's a good looking card of him for triple play. And his upper deck card. And finally, I've got one more outlier here, which is him still on the Orioles for 1996. He did play until 2001, so I don't have anything towards the end now. This is a 1996 upper deck collector's choice. You can see a lot of White Sox, and then White Sox Rangers, Rangers A's, A's Orioles, and almost all of these were trades. He was a part of a lot of trades, including blockbuster trades that brought Sammy Sosa to the Cubs. So there you have it. There's Harold Baines for you. Make up your mind for yourself. Listen, I got respect for the guy. He was longevity in the game and put up some good numbers. Still going to deride him on his Hall of Fame inclusion every time I find his card. But, hats off to you, Harold Baines, for a good career. And I'll see you next time.